As it turns out, Blizzard dropped a bomb yesterday with the latest Diablo 4 campfire chat revealing all the new changes coming in Season 4. To be honest, they really needed to come up with something big for this update, considering the terrible state Diablo 4 is in currently, and surprisingly, at first glance, it looks like they managed to deliver on that with the huge itemization overhaul that was announced during the stream. However, I have some major concerns regarding these changes, and especially the huge amount of RNG involved in the process of getting an actual good item with the new and updated systems. My name is Sliver, and in this video I'll talk about the most important itemization changes and the potential huge drawback that might push Diablo 4 back into fail territory. But first, I'm just going to go through the major changes revolving around the itemization. There are quite a few changes to itemization in general, so I'm only going to mention the most impactful ones here. Base items will have less affixes, 3 for rare and 4 for legendary items. Another change is that only sacred items will drop in Word Tier 3 and only ancestor items will drop in Word Tier 4. Legendary and unique items are tradable now, but Uber uniques are still not. Monsters at level 95 or higher will always drop 925 item level gear. The Codex of Power will store all your extracted legendary aspects, and you'll be able to apply the strongest aspect you have extracted unlimited times to items. 3 entirely new systems are going to be added that can be used to improve new items that you loot. These are Masterworking, Tempering, and Greater Affixes. Masterworking replaces the current item upgrade system and makes it way more complex. Players will be able to masterwork each item 12 times, and most of these upgrade levels will increase all affixes of the item by a little bit, and every 4 levels, so level 4, 8, and 12, will randomly increase one affix by a large amount, and it's possible to increase the same affix multiple times using this system. Tempering is the name of the second newly added system, and it involves adding entirely new affixes to items. The recipes for adding affixes are random drops, and once you acquire them, you can randomly add one affix out of 4 different affixes to an item. You'll be able to temper an ancestral item twice, and you can add 2 new affixes to these items. You are not able to temper unique items though. Greater affixes are affixes only ancestor items can have. These are always max rolled, and the value of these affixes are increased by 50% compared to a normal item. An item can have multiple greater affixes. These greater affixes can be increased by masterworking, but items with greater affixes cannot be crafted or rerolled into. And all this looks good, however, I have some very heavy concerns about each of these systems. They involve too much RNG. Now this by itself is not necessarily a problem. Some item dropping or some event happening with a low chance is not immediately bad. For example, the rarest runes in Diablo 2 were really hard to come by because of their rarity, and the rune system was and is very much loved by the community to this day. However, the cases of RNG that are about to be added to Diablo 4 are not enjoyable, not exciting types of RNG. Instead of the excitement of a rare drop, you'll just have to farm materials to continuously reroll items until you get the perfect result. Do you see the difference? It's endlessly more frustrating to repeatedly reroll items to get a rare outcome than it is to farm a rare drop. But let's see the specifics one by one for each system. The problem with tempering comes from its random nature. You add a random affix out of a list of 4 affixes to your item. It's easily possible to get the wrong affix, which is very likely to be useless to you. You'll be able to reroll this, but only for a limited number of times. The number of times you can reroll the tempered affix is called tempering durability. So what happens when you deplete all your rerolls and you still don't get a good affix? Well, then the item is ruined. Does that sound fun to you? I didn't think so. This is something new for Diablo 4. You can easily, irreversibly ruin an item by simply not getting the right affix using this new tempering system. Masterworking is not only more complex than the current item upgrade system, it also involves way more RNG. Remember, level 4, 8, and 12 of the masterworking process involves randomly increasing one affix on an item substantially, and this can affect the same affix multiple times. What's wrong with that? Well, do you want to spend hundreds of materials trying to masterwork your items until you randomly roll the right affix to increase 3 times? Let's see an example. If you have an item with 4 affixes, one of them is critical strike chance, which you want to maximize. In this situation, you have a huge 1.5% chance to masterwork critical strike chance 3 times. So if you want that to happen, you have to masterwork your item until you roll into that 1.5% chance. Amazing, right? Greater affixes are not bad additions by themselves. Even though it's RNG to get them through random drops, you don't have to farm some annoying to summon boss to get greater affixes. You can farm these by just playing the game without any target farming being forced onto you. Greater affixes become questionable when they interact with the other systems. Ideally, you want a greater affix to proc with masterworking, right? Well, good luck on getting the exact one as a greater affix and then lending the RNG to masterwork it as well. All in all, I like the changes the developers are planning for the next season, but I am definitely concerned about the execution. But what do you think? Is there going to be too much bad RNG in Season 4? It can only be better than Season 3, right? Let me know in the comments and see you guys next time. Thanks.